Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Frank Iniguez. I am the ambassador of reading, and today's topic, it's a beautiful topic. It's called the subconscious, and I'll explain it a little bit more in the video. The subconscious is like an Aladdin's lamp. It's like a genie in a bottle. I can't wait to get started. All right, and here we are, subconscious. It's a powerful, powerful word. Now let me explain it a little bit, because as I do my videos, I walk around, I talk to different people that I know are watching them, and I ask people, do you understand what conscience means? Yeah, it's like when you're awake. I go, yeah, that makes sense. What about the subconscious? I don't know, I've never heard of that, like half asleep. And I say, well, yeah, kind of, but not really. So I'm gonna take a little moment to explain it. In a previous video, I talked about autosuggestion, and autosuggestion triggers the subconscious mind to give you basically what you want. If you put the desire, if you put the emotions, if you put feelings with your order, it usually comes back and gives it to you. Now let me explain the subconscious. I've read it in various books. However, the book that I want to mention for the subconscious is one of my favorite books. It's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I read that book every year. I've read it already for about 30 plus times. And every year, this year I'm reading it already. That's why I am super excited. And next year I'll read it. And previous years to that, I've read it. Subconscious, let me explain it to you. It's not like an organ. It's not like you can go and point it out like the heart or any of the other, like your lungs. It's not like that. It's not like you can go inside the brain and open it up and point it out and say, ooh, there's a subconscious. No. However, let me explain it to you, I think, in very easy terms. The subconscious, according to what I read, according to what I know, is a recorder. It's a recorder that also helps you obtain what you want. This recorder has been recording since you were coming in your mom's womb. When you were in there, you were recording. As you get old, as you were born, you're recording. You record everything. If you're asleep, you're recording. If you're driving, if you think nothing's happening, you're recording. You're recording pretty much everything. And the subconscious is very powerful in a sense that it will get you what you want. However, consciously, you must give it an order. If you don't give it an order, then anything goes in there. One of my friends that is also a speaker, his name is Rico, he talks about 3 brothers that get a piece of land. And the first one plants corn, the second one plants tomato, and the third one doesn't plant anything. And he will usually ask the audience, so what do you think grew on the third one, on the third piece of land? People will say nothing. He says, wrong. Weeds are going to grow in there. And what happens to the subconscious mind if you don't direct it, if you don't give it orders so that what you want it to grow in there, then weeds, anything's going to get in there. You're not going to be able to enjoy it because anything's getting in there. So consciously, you have to be aware of what order, what is it that you want to create. So I remember way back when, in one of my other videos, I know I always mention videos, one of my first videos, I mentioned how I was so in love with my wife that I wanted to buy her a house. And I said, man, I'm going to buy her a house. And I learned about this conscious, subconscious, and also the superconscious. We're not going to talk about it. I know I talk about it in one of the seminars that I give in Spanish. It's called SEPA. SEPA, also you can take PSI if you want to take it. They'll have a bigger, more profound information on all 3, conscious, subconscious, superconscious. I'm going to focus on the subconscious. So anyway, back to the story. I wanted to create the money for purchasing the home, and I needed $26,000. So consciously, I knew I could talk to my subconscious. I want $26,000 to purchase a home for my wife and kids. I want $26,000. I want 20. And I kept it in there in the subconscious. Once it connects with emotions, there are 3 powerful emotions that the human being has. There's love, there's faith, and there's sex. I'm going to talk about the first 2, love and faith. Well, I was madly in love with my wife. I want to make her happy. And then here comes my firstborn, Adam. And I remember when I got the little guy and I held him, I talked to myself. I said, no way there's going to be a day when this little guy comes around and says, Dad, can I have a taco? And I sadly have to say, no, I don't have any money. That's never going to happen. So there's the emotion of love. So I'm connecting it. And I wanted to get a degree too. Even though I was a high school dropout, as you probably already know, I knew that if I stayed focused and I gave it that order, I want a degree, I want a degree, I want a degree, and I meant it, and I had the emotion of love and faith, I knew I could get it. I got it. The $26,000 that I needed for my house, I got it. Because many people say, well, do you use those tools? Yes. Now, not because I understand them the way I'm explaining them to you here, doesn't mean that I understand them as well as I want to. I know there's so much more that I can learn about this genie, about this subconscious. And every year that I read it, I get super excited because it's such a powerful tool. Imagine it's like a genie. What do you want now? What do you want now? Now, I've seen people create so much with this information. I get in an awe, like, wow, I want to understand it like that. For me, it has worked. I've purchased not just my home, but a few others. I've been able to travel. I've been able to raise my kids. I set it up so that any of my kids can go to practically any university, and I use these tools. Now imagine, in my previous video, one of my previous videos, I talked about auto-suggestion. What do you tell yourself? How do you communicate yourself? Because your communication is sending messages to the subconscious, and the subconscious will follow anything you ask it. If you, I don't know if, well, yeah, if you give it a stupid order, I don't want to say that word, but if you give it a stupid order and you say, how can I go find me some drugs? The subconscious doesn't argue on your behalf or against you. It just follows your rules. It just follows your directions. It follows whatever you want. So if that's what you want, it doesn't say, wait a minute, it's not going to be good for you. It says, let's go get it. I'm going to go find it. Imagine you can go that way, or you can go this way, where it says, I want to purchase a home for my family, a place that I can relax, a place where my kids can rest and run and play, a place that I can just don't have to worry about it. So you are constantly sending messages, and the messages that are mixed with emotions, especially those faith and love, are going to go out, and because you can send a negative message with an emotion of hate. Imagine, oh, that's dangerous. So stay focused with love and faith. What do you want? What do you want to create? And send it, attach it to those emotions. And I know in one of my previous videos, I said, read what you want before you go to sleep. Read it when you get up. You're sending messages through auto-suggestion to the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is like a genie. It's going to go out and it's going to search. And you're going to notice what kind of friends you're attracting because of the conscious messages that you're sending to your subconscious. And you're wondering, wow, why are they coming towards me? Or how did I end up meeting those people? While you're sending messages. And you either do it consciously or unconsciously and let the weeds grow. I suggest you do it consciously. I suggest you direct it and stay focused. It doesn't just happen. You have to stay focused. What do I want? What do I want to create? What am I thinking? What did I say I wanted? And keep on sending it, sending it, sending it. The subconscious eventually will get the message, especially if it's mixed with emotion, will travel, will do what it does. That genie will do what it does and bring it to you one day and say, here it is. For me, my university degree, my wife, my home, my investments, and now this beautiful tool where I can explain it to other people. And I hope you use those tools to benefit your little ones, benefit you, benefit those people around you, those people that are important to you. Well, I know this are auto-suggestion, subconscious, conscious, all those topics. For me, I can go for hours. I won't do it here. I hope you got a good message. I hope you use it for your benefit. I'm going to go ahead and stop here now about the subconscious. I hope you use it for your well-being and for those you love. Till next time, your friend, the ambassador of reading, Frank Iniguez, wishing you well today and always, knowing that you will find and get what you are looking for.